Hi and welcome everyone. Lisa here. Thanks for joining me. So today I'm sharing another quick and simple card with you featuring the new Kiss Off stamp set. Loving this stamp set with those bold, snarky sentiments and all those fun little detail stamps that you get with this. This is going to be a set that I use throughout the entire year, not just for Valentine's Day. I love when I get all those tiny little extra stamps because I'll pull those out to use with other stamp sets as well. That's always a plus in my book. Stamping onto black watercolor paper here. And I laid down some anti-static powder because I'm going to heat emboss using Versamark ink, and I'm stamping my images a couple of times just to make sure I'm getting nice full coverage, because this is watercolor paper and it has texture to it. So you want to take your time and stamp it as many times as you need to make sure you have it completely covered, because we're heat embossing with this white embossing powder. And I always think it's easier just to stamp it as many times as you need to before you add the powder the first time, instead of having to go back and re-stamp it and add powder to it again. I went ahead and I stamped the rest of the lips off screen just to save some time. And we're going to go ahead and start to color these in now. So I have some water here in the little mason jar, just wetting my brush. Now the paper's dry, so I'm doing a wet to dry method with this. And I'm just coming in, picking the pearlescent colors up on my brush and then painting them into the lips. Nothing fancy here. I love the way that these lay on this black cardstock. The lighter colors, you can tell they're transparent. You can see through them. But the darker colors like the blue and the pinks and the purple and the red, to me, they're very opaque on this black cardstock, even though they are watercolors. So I'm absolutely loving the Paul Rubens pearlescent colors. I've had this set for quite a while. I'm just made a commitment to myself this year to start stepping out of my comfort zone and using things that I don't use often enough. So you'll be seeing a lot of that here on the channel. Once I let this dry, I knew right away that this needed more. It wasn't busy enough. So I'm coming in with my gold Jelly Roll pen and putting a border around the whole thing. And I added some fun little accents around each of the lips, little dots, little lines, just to dress that up a little bit more. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to bring in some gem stickers, and I'm going with colors the same as the lips. I am going to come in just a few seconds and stamp some more images onto the card. Now, this is my process. This is how I work things out. I always do things way after I should have done them. Like I should have stamped this while I was stamping, before I added this to the card base, before I added the little gem stickers, but it didn't bother it one bit. I had no problem stamping the little swirly lines and filling in those empty spaces. So I was okay with it. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to work out the process so that you guys don't have to do the things that I do. And I'm going to come in now with white pigment ink. That's what I'm using to stamp those little swirlies, and then add the little arrows to the end of each of those with that white pigment ink. So here's the finished card. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I really appreciate you joining me. You know you can check out the products over on the Whimsy Stamps website. Other things are linked directly below for you. I hope you have an amazing day. Until next time, take care.